LTM Vlogs is brought to you by Tall Man Toys and Comics. Just so you guys know, I love the Muppets. If there's anything I love more than animation, it's gotta be the Muppets. I mean, I am a huge Muppet fan, just so you guys know. I have the show on DVD somewhere, I've seen all 8 movies, and of course, my favorite ride at Disney World is Muppet Vision 3D. The only thing Muppet related I haven't seen yet is Muppets Now, which, I've heard mixed things. Well, even if the show is good or bad, the Muppets will still be these timeless characters we all know and love even to this day. But why is that? What makes these characters so timeless? Why do we still think about them? Why do we still love the Muppets? What makes them last longer than most characters? Well, before we get into that, let's talk about who created the Muppets. The Muppets were created by Jim Henson, who also created Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, and made movies like The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth. Though sadly, the man himself, Jim Henson, died in 1990. So, what makes these characters stand out? Well, these are my 4 reasons as to why I think the Muppets are still timeless. Number 1, the magic of Jim Henson. Without Jim Henson's magic, the Muppets wouldn't be seen as what they are today. And I'm not just counting just the Muppets. I mean Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, his movies. Without this man, we wouldn't have gotten some of the best timeless puppet characters we would have ever gotten. Over the years, he worked really hard trying to make these timeless characters come to life, as well as doing a few characters that he did do puppeteers on. I also do recommend checking out these documentaries. They both teach you about Jim Henson's life and where he came from and how he is able to be who he was. Number 2, the humor. When it comes to the humor is all over the place for the Muppets. There's puns, referential humor, slapstick, fourth wall breaks, and even some pop culture references here and there. Though the Muppets uses all this humor in a smart and clever way. They don't try too hard, they're very fast paced, most of them make sense, and of course, they're considered jokes. Usually the only times that the Muppets failed, the kind of humor they fail to do is toilet humor. Though they barely use that, except maybe in a couple scenes of their movies. Number 3, the songs. This is one of the few things the Muppets are known for. Their songs. Their songs are surprisingly really catchy, not just from their show, but from their movies as well. Phenomena, Rainbow Connection, you name it. Some of the best songs ever. Now, usually when the Muppets take on a song from another pop artist, it does work. It's kind of hit or miss, but they try to put their own unique spin to it, and they try to have fun with it. And for my 4th and final reason, personality. The Muppets are known to be silly and awkward, but the characters really relish themselves because each and every Muppet has their own unique personality. Whether it be Kermit the Frog as the straight man, Miss Piggy as the diva, Fozzie Bear as the comic relief, Gonzo as the daredevil, the list goes on. All these characters are memorable for a reason. They don't try too hard to milk in the personalities. They really let the personalities let out. I think that's the reason why the Muppets ABC didn't really work so well, because the characters were not their normal selves. If you give them different personalities and just try too hard to milk it in, it kind of loses its edge. And without these personalities, the Muppets would not be who they are, who they would be today. That's why they stick around for so long. They're timeless for a reason. It's because of their personality and the universality of these characters. So, overall, guys, the Muppets are more than just artistic integrity. They're childhood. And that's a good thing, because without these characters, I wouldn't have the sense of humor and heart even to this day without these characters. They were timeless, they were funny, and they knew what comedy was about. And even when they didn't get them right for a while, there was that one point where we cared about these characters. And that's why I think the Muppets are timeless. Now, for next week's video, I'm going to talk about one of my most anticipated films of 2022.